Hi everyone, this is Soomin Kim, and thank you for joining me today. Today I have a very special guest with me. This is 10-star Diamond Director of USANA Health Sciences, Miss Collette Larsen. Collette, thank you so much for having me. Or actually, thanks for having me, being interviewed by me. You know, I want to tell you guys one thing about Collette is that, I sent her a Facebook message real quick, just to give you guys an idea of who she is. I know she's busy, so I said, Miss Larsen, I know you're busy, but would you have time for a quick interview? And she said something like, I'm going to paraphrase, she said, I'm never too busy to talk about my passion. So this is the type of person that she is. Collette, I want to talk to you. You, for the majority of this company, USANA Health Science, for 18 years, you've been a #1 incomer, a #1 distributor. I want to ask you, were you someone that started really quickly? Were you someone that started a little bit slowly? Were you more steady?
Well, I started in 1994. USANA actually started in 1992, so it was 2 years before. I wish I would have been the first distributor in. I wasn't. There was a lot of people before me, but when I started, I was actually in a very desperate situation, and I sometimes think that turned out to be an advantage for me because I had to get busy. I mean, I had to put action behind my words, and it was very imperative. I didn't have $100 a month even to stay on auto ship to pay for the product, so I had to pretty quickly get to the point where I was making $100 a month. But as I look over the last, it's been 16 years or so for me now. It's been a slow, not really slow, but steady. I wouldn't say slow, but I haven't done the big bursts and then the drops and the big bursts. In other words, once I went Gold Director, I never dropped down below Gold Director. It's just been this steady climb. And, I personally think my son Zachary is my partner, and we always feel like we want to follow USANA's lead as far as we're concerned. They're our upline. So when they try to have these consecutive quarter after quarter, these growth quarters, we just try to do the same.
Wow. And you know what? There are, obviously we're at a live networking event, and I'm here with the #1, the #1 incomer, the distributor. Collette, for any network marketing company, how important are live events for people to get to?
Oh, well. The first live event I attended was actually here in Las Vegas. It was the 2nd annual convention, and that convention changed my life, and I haven't missed one since. No, I take that back. I did miss one once because my daughter was very ill and I couldn't be there. But I still go to every regional that I possibly can. I've gone to almost all of them. All the international conventions. I go to Australia, I go to New Zealand, I go to Hong Kong, I go to Singapore.
Wow.
And of course, really, and it's a business write-off too.
Right, absolutely.
But there is nothing like a live event to feel the passion, to share, to be able to. I mean, I love social networking, and you found me on Facebook.
I did.
But there's nothing like being person to person and feeling that energy in the room. I mean, yesterday, my gosh, my son said he was just full, of the emotion and the passion.
That was moving. That was very moving.
Oh, it was just awesome to be there live.
Absolutely. Now, Collette, there's a book called Your First Year in Network Marketing by a gentleman at Marketing Now. And I believe I'm going to paraphrase his quote. He said, if you stick with one company for over 10 years, in other words, you'll be really successful. How true is that? I know there's so many new companies starting up. How important is it to stick it out with one company?
Well, the reason I'm still with USANA after 16 years is I believe USANA will be here 60 years from now. I didn't want to do it over and over and over again. Yeah, there's other great companies out there. I think there really are some great companies in our industry. I met a man in Korea. He was a physicist, and he had done this mathematical equation, way over my head.
Right.
But he said, Collette, I figured out if every person sponsored one person a year, now think about this, one person a year, and they did that, in 10 years you'd be a Diamond Director.
Wow.
Now, those of you that are physicists or mathematicians, obviously that duplication's got to kick in, and you've got to continue sponsoring one person a year. But when you think about that, if you've chosen a company like USANA that's based on science, that has all this credibility, all these accolades, and you stick with it for 10 years, I mean, I'll be here for life. Yesterday, Michael was talking about that he's married to USANA.
Michael Callejas.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm more than married to USANA. I've ditched a husband or two. But USANA, I shouldn't say that. They actually a husband left me, but
we get the point.
You get the point.
Exactly.
I'm with USANA. It's more than a marriage for me. I'm here. It's going to go to my children, my grandchildren. I know I've stuck with a company that's going to be there in the long run.
I think that principle is there, and you mentioned product and how important product is. Now, just to conclude, Collette, you know, you have been involved in network marketing for over 15 years, or over 15 years, 18 years, 16 years, okay? And there hasn't been, you know, there's not as many tools as there is now. However, you are getting involved on the internet. I know that Larsen Global has a blog. What is that blog?
Well, the address is www.larsenglobalblog.com, and Larsen is L-A-R-S-E-N.
We'll put it right here.
Okay.
Boom, there it is. Okay. We're going to put there. And this is the last thing I'm going to ask you, Collette. People that are watching this right now, there are people that are just getting started. They probably have just as much reason and ambition to be successful as you did when you first began. They're struggling. Okay. There are people that are contemplating maybe even quitting.
Don't quit.
I think that says it right there. And
you
really
don't quit.
Never quit.
And you know, brand new distributors and star diamonds face the same challenges. Do you know, I still have people say, oh, I'd never do something like that. It doesn't work. Are you kidding me?
Right.
I've been getting a check every Friday for over 16 years.
Wow.
You know, I've never missed. It works.
Right.
Don't quit. Don't give up. Your diamond is right out there. People, I mean, if someone had said, you know, I mean, I was the most unlikely person, a single mother with 5 children, with no experience in this industry, you know, high school education. I mean, no one would have thought that I would have done what I've done in this industry.
Right, absolutely.
There are women out there, men out there, people out there who are praying for an opportunity like USANA. And it's just your job to find them. They're out there, I promise you.
Awesome, guys. That is coming from a 10-star diamond director, a leader in this industry. Collette, thank you so much.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
Soomin.
Thank you guys so much. And that was Collette Larsen. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.
Bye-bye.